What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jay Bass with darklightsounds.com. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how to add expression to your beats. Okay, so adding expression to your beats, what that does, it just brings more emotion. Your beat will have emotion when you initially make the beat, but it's gonna bring out more emotion and more detail. So let's say you're writing a song or beat, you're making a beat that has maybe more of a romantic type of feel. You want to know, like, you may have like in this beat here, I have like a strings choir here, and let's say one melodic melody line, you may want to utilize it to where you can get it to show more expression, maybe love, maybe hate, maybe war. You know what I'm saying? So but there's, like I said, there's elements and techniques you can use in your programs that can help bring out more emotion in your music. All right. So we're gonna get right into it though. Let's see. So here I'm using a loop that comes from the Hall of Fame sound pack. It's actually from the Hall of Fame album that Polo G performed with. It's based off of the album. So if you like this loop here and you want to get like a melodic trap beat sound, or you need some melody ideas, you can go to darklightsounds.com and you can check out the Hall of Fame sound pack. All right. So, and like I said, this one comes from that directly, and we're going to play it so we can hear what it sounds like. All right, here we go. All right, so it's a really beautiful, loop right there. It has like 3 parts to it, nice, the choir, and it has 2 melody lines accompanying the chords and one of the string parts here. So it's already really nice and expressive already, but I'm gonna make a kind of like a little beat right here and show you how you can bring even more expression out of it. All right, so we're gonna start with the drums. Put a little rhythm in right quick. All right, so let's see. So boom, 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 boom. Let's try that. Let's see. So boom, boom, dum, dum, dum. Make sure that's right. Dum, dum. All right, let's try. And make it quick. So let's see what we have. Make sure it's sounding right. Let's see, do that, So let's switch back and forth. Bass. Then that should include our kick part. I think this. See what it sounds like. So let's see, now we're at a snare to it. try that. All right. So now, while I'm making that snare part, what I'm gonna do now, here's another way you can bring expression out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this volume here, down here, and I'm gonna bring my volume down on the snare part here. These first two licks here. All right. Bring them down. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna get more of an expressive hit on the snare. Dum, dum, cow. Cow. All right. So that's expression right there. All right. Volume, using volume for expression. All right. And let's see what it's. Well, I'm gonna copy and paste it too. So we can go ahead and get it out the way. You know, and it's like I said, it's endless possibilities of what you can do. It's just me making something real quick just to show you some of the things you can do, the techniques of how to do it. Let's see what it sounds like. So these was a little bit too late. The last one's a little too late. All right, I think that should be. All right, so that's what you can do too, to bring some expression. That's one of the things you can also do. Use that volume on the snare. All right, so that's one thing. Let's add some hi-hats to it. Let's see. Bring this all over here. Let's see. Oh no, that's enough. Let's see. Okay, that's it. So copy and paste that real quick. And I got an idea I'm gonna put in that you can use with the hi-hats also. So should be going longer than that. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Okay, got too many. All right, so back to hi-hat. So what I'm gonna do here, right? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, that's right. I gotta put the part in, the little part I'm putting in. So right here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna put in a hi-hat roll. Okay, so that's an idea that you can use as well. To open that up, press Control U for your hi-hat roll. So let's make sure it sounds right. All right, so we got the hi-hat roll. Now this is something you can do to bring expression with your hi-hat roll. Actually, those hi-hats need to be louder. I don't know why. Let me bring that up. Let's do that right there. Bring them all up. That should be good. All right. So on the roll, the hi-hat roll, what you can do, you can bring the volume down like I did on the snare, but you're gonna do it on the hi-hat roll. So it rolls up. All right. So let's see, 1, 2, and then do the same thing here. Control U. Okay. All right. Same thing. Just bring it up. All right. And then copy, paste, and all the way over. And here we go. So let's bring this down. Oh, gotta highlight it. So that's something you can do as well. There's something else. Oh, okay. And then also you can use something called a was it the P controller? No, automation. All right. What you can do too is go back here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open this up. So where the hi-hat rolls out, let me open it up this way too. That way you see the part easier. And what I'm gonna do is on the part, on this section here, this bar here, where you have the hi-hat rolls, I'm gonna highlight just that part there, and then I'm going to I'm gonna pan my hi-hat, from left to right on that roll only. So I'm gonna hit right click, and I'm gonna go and create automation clip. So I'm gonna go back here to this page, and it creates me an automation clip right here. All right, let me open it up some more. Bring it down. I'll open this up this way, where I can see it, and then simply I'm gonna move my little button down. So this goes from left to right. Then I'm gonna right click, put another button back to 50%, which will be in the middle. All right. So that you can see what percentage you're on by just simply follow my cursor, go up here to this corner, and you'll see it show up here once you move your buttons, your little circle here. If you look up at the top while I'm moving the cursor, you'll see the percentage going up and down as I'm moving it. So I'm moving it and set it to 50%. All right, and then close this down. All right, and I'm just gonna copy and paste. I'll just copy and paste it in all the places where I have the actual roll, just like that. And where's the roll at? Okay, and right, now let's play it. Let's see what we got. All right, hear the pan. You can see it right here too. So now you have that's expression in your drums right here. And like I said, there's other things you can do. You can even add a cymbal, you know, you know, you can do that as well. So, and there's like I said, there's so many unlimited possibilities you can do also to add expression. But in the drums is really good because that's giving you the feel, you know. So now we go to the strings. So we have our strings choir right here. One thing you can do is with expression is use plugins. So let's say on this strings choir, let me mute the other parts. We're going to play just the strings with the drums. All right, so let's go to, let's say the auxiliary. We have the reverb. And if you want to know how to connect use the auxiliary tracks, refer back to the last video that I made. It was called using auxiliary tracks in your beats. All right, so if you don't know how to use the auxiliary tracks, refer back to that video and it'll show you how to do it. So I'm here using the strings, and I'm gonna go to the auxiliary, and I have my reverb set here, and I'm gonna activate the reverb. And let's see what it sounds like. Add some, you know, little echo to it. Maybe add a little decay. Add more volume on the auxiliary. All right. So some nice chords too there. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the other strings part. This is like a melody line. So let's hear what it sounds like. Very expressive right there. So what we're gonna do is add a little space, and I'm gonna pan it to the left a little bit. Let me add the strings, the other strings part choir. I'm gonna disengage it. Add some reverb to this. Give less reverb so I get more of a dry sound, so that part will cut through and mix better. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the other violin part, which is they say a solo violin. So it's just another melody part. So let's add that in here and let's see what it sounds like. So since we have two melodies, let's pan this one to the right. Since we pan this one to the right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring that melody down some. Alright, now here's something else you can do too. I'm gonna bring up the Fruity Peak controller here. I'm gonna put it on the strings. I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna try it out. And okay, so we attach. And what I'm gonna do on this, I'm gonna go to the volume on my second strings part, the first melody part here, and I'm gonna go to link to controller here. I'm gonna go here and select peak controller. I'm gonna hit accept, and what's gonna happen is every time this strings part comes in, the other strings part, since it's connected to this controller, I think it's gonna move up or down. But what I'm trying to do is try to create like a vibrato effect with the peak controller, which is gonna bring more emotion to it. So let's try it. Let me see what it does. Okay, it went down. So I'm gonna bring my bass up. That's this part button here. Actually, it's going up. So the decay is decay up. Alright, and then move it down. Let's see. Okay. So if I move the decay down here, what this decay does, it makes it react slower or faster. So I want it to react fast. So I'm gonna take it all the way to the right here, okay? And this volume here, either make it go up in volume or down in volume, okay? So in this case, I want it to go up, so I'm gonna make it go to the right here. And my bass just sets the volume pretty much where I want it to be at, all right? So let me play it again. Yeah, so as you can see, kind of goes up every time the strings comes in. And I can even bring more volume. All right. And also, that's something you can do too. Like if you have some vocals or something like that, and you want the vocals to really sound more expressive, you can do that same thing, especially like harmony, parts. You can connect all those vocals to your peak controller, and it'll sit there, and if you set it that way, and it'll make it sound more natural. You know what I'm saying? Have like more vibrato and, like it's a real live, vocalist or choir singing, you know what I'm saying? Or real live violin, just, really expressive. Da, 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 da. Had that swell to it, you know what I'm saying? So that's something else you can do too. All right. Then let's go ahead and let's add an 808 to it. 808 part. All right. So let me see. I think it's cute. All right. Let's see what we got. See. Let's see. Let's see. It adds a little bounce to it. Right, add that. Let's see. Paste. So let's see. Let's see how we do this. Might make these shorter. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Make these notes shorter. Uh-oh. Yeah. I think that's all I'm doing. We'll find out. Let's see. Make them shorter, and then add more of a. Let me open up the plugin. I want to have more of a echo. do tools. In the snare, you can you can add automation to the snare as well. You know, so it's like I said, there's endless possibilities of what you can do. Let's see, I'm gonna do this. So go here. Let's see. All right, so I'll do same thing like I did with the hi-hats. I'm gonna highlight the measure, the section where I want the automation to take place. Go back to my mixer, right click, click create automation clip, and boom, creates an automation clip. And you can change the color too, so you'll know, and actually I'll bring it down here so you don't get them confused. So, and you can rename this section here, say hats. So either change the color or you can rename it, I'll change the color to snare, just so you can see. You can just change the color here. Boom, accept, bam, and enter, boom. That way you don't get confused. All right. And actually you can click on this section here as well, and you can change the color. It's probably better to do it that way. Change color, bam. That way, that way you don't get confused. So, but yeah, so now we're gonna open it up, and what I wanna do is, let's see, so we can make it go right. In fact, let me open this up this way. Oh, that way we just do like a slight pan. You don't have to go all the way. Maybe do like 70-75% on the pan, going that way. Pop. And then what you can do is, because I want to switch it, so you got one, then again it's gonna hit again, and then what you could do is come to this little section here, right click, and make it unique. Boom. That way you can now make it pan the opposite way. Oh, well, actually this is supposed to be even to 50%. And then we're gonna go down to about, let's say about 30%. So here it's gonna go one way, and this way is gonna go a different way. All right. Okay. Pop. 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 All right. So let's see. Let's play a little bit of it and see what it does. All right, and I can hear the difference. Well, let's look at it so you can see it. All right, so it's a slow pan. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just even it up instead of making it do that. We want it to be already panned right when it hits. So let's make it the same 75, and then over here it's gonna be 33. So we make it about 33. Boom. Boom. All right, let's try it now. All right. So now you're getting a little different feel with your drums. All right. So then we just copy and paste both of these parts here. Every time it hits, it'll be panned. And let's see. Again, copy, paste. Yeah, hits every time. Make sure it's hitting at the right window. And I think, yeah, that's right. I think that's it. Okay, so I got something's not right here. Let's see. I know this is supposed to hit here, and this is supposed to hit here. Okay, that's what I did wrong. Boom, boom. And then this is supposed to hit here. Bam. Like that. And bam. I think I gotta do this somehow to reset it somehow, but y'all get the idea. Putting it in where it's supposed to be at. Wow. Good. Something's missing. Bring this here. Wow. Yep, so like I said, there's all kind of possibilities of what you can do. Well, it's automation, you know, so always be creative. Don't be afraid to try something new, you know, because you might just have that award-winning hit. You know, I think one of these was a little off when I copied and pasted. That's probably what it was. All right, let's hear what it sounds like. Go back to here. Bring the volume up a little bit. All right, so, and those nice little subtle differences, it makes a difference in the whole sound of your mix because it all adds up, all those little subtle differences, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's not even mastered, it's just, you know, basically mixed, you know, like I say, some more things can be done to it, you know. But other than that, I think that's it. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Let me play it one more time just to make sure. Bring the 808 down some. All right, so yep, that's it. So these are little tricks and, you know, tips that you can use to bring out more emotion out of your mix, you know, out of your beats, you know, so the artist can really feel it, you know, when they put in their lyrics and everything, and they can get inspired. Okay, so just making a beat, just throwing some rhythms on it without any true automation, you know, I mean, it'll be fine, but it's not going to be the best that it can be. So like I said, these are little tricks you can use to bring out more emotion. So like I said, if you like that loop, you can get that loop, the whole sound pack from darklightsounds.com. It's called the the Hall of Fame sound pack. It's Polo G inspired. It's a melodic beat sound pack. that you can get to make more melodic trap beats, you know. So you got some real beautiful melodies in there. So you can go ahead and check that out at darklightsounds.com. So other than that, it's your boy J Bass with darklightsounds.com. See y'all in the next video. All right.